video here. We've had some questions about how to pee in the woods, so I am going to provide a demonstration of how I peed in the woods, and then Vanessa will provide a demonstration about how she used the PStyle to pee in the woods. So a few things to note: we won't actually be peeing. We'll just show you how we did it, and you aren't going to see any booty. You are going to be completely covered the whole time. So here's your demo. Okay, so what I've done to show you is I've actually put on pajama pants over my yoga pants. I'm really just going to be taking the pajama pants when I show you. First thing you want to do is pick your area. Because you don't want to get poked in the booty when you're squatting, when you're doing your core squat. Pick your area, make sure you have solid footing so that you can actually stand and you're not going to slide down a hill or fall down any snow or anything like that. And you also, until you get the hang of doing it over and over again, I would watch where you're standing so you can make sure your stream goes away and down from you instead of any way coming back to you. So in other words, don't pee uphill. That's going to be really hard. So the way I do it is I get myself a little wide stance, and when I pull my britches down, I'm actually going to scoop them and move them and hold them up away from me. So the way that looks is my britches go down like this, and I hold them like that. And then when you squat, you just squat and pee. So to get a side angle of that, I got my wide stance. I'm taking my britches down and holding them like that so they don't get wet. And then you just squat and pee. There you go. That's how I pee in the woods.
That was the Shauna way of authentically peeing in the woods. I have never done this before, so got a contraption.
We're good.
Sorry about the tumble. I was really worried about peeing in the woods because I was thinking it's going to be cold, there's going to be bears, it's going to be dark, and I don't really know if I can squat and pee at the same time. I'm not always coordinated. So I looked online about what to get or what ladies do for peeing outside, and they actually have different kinds of devices of assistance that help ladies pee standing up like a boy. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I could squat and pee, but I probably could stand still and pee. So I looked at the different kinds. There was a bunch of them, like 3 or 4 major ones on Amazon, and the one I went with was called the PStyle, and it's in here, this thing here, and it's kind of discreet. Kind of looks like I've got, I don't know, a tiny little pack thing here. So I keep it close by, and the way it works is it's kind of like a funnel, but designed for lady bits and exiting away from your body. Now, like Shauna mentioned in her part of the video, you want to try and go down and away. I did not always know this. No one told me this part. I just kind of looked for where I would be hidden, like this maybe, or like that, because I don't want anybody coming up behind me, and not people, but animals in the dark. So I was worried about that. So that tip would have been helpful for me. Otherwise, I'm kind of moving around because, it didn't come back. So this thing is PStyle, and I told you it looks kind of lady part like. So, and it comes in a gazillion colors. I chose a ladylike color. I don't know. And it's pretty much just like a lever. Looks like that. Okay. And the way it works is the big part goes in the back and this part goes out, and this is the exit entrance. So the only tip I have for this is don't wear tight clothing, because the way it works is I guess you gotta pull your britches down and you take this part and you stick it through. I don't know. You put it in there, and then you hold
put
it
it
up.
to the back like you were to pee in a cup, kinda.
I'm not good at peeing in a cup, but if that works for you. But the key is that you hold it so that all the urine goes in here, not everywhere else. So in the month that we were camping, I did not get any pee down my pants, which was my main concern. And the only thing that I did have to do was I had to tilt this part down so it would tilt and go away. So the hard part actually is not using this part, it's standing and peeing at the same time. Like, there's no toilet seat, toilet paper is only if I bring it, and just thinking of standing and peeing was harder than using this device, because kind of like move stuff. You can either pull your pants and your britches down, or you can do a little side shuffle thing. That's too much work for me. So I generally did the look around and then I pulled my britches down, unless it was really cold, but that's okay. Anyway, the hard part is not this thing. So this, you stick toward the back, you hold it up so it's kind of got a little, not a suction, but nowhere else it could go, and you tilt the top part down, and then you're peeing, and then you're all good. And then you do kind of a shake thing, and you scoop it out and you shake it, and then you wipe it off, and then you put it back in its little home. And then you're done peeing. Don't step in it. It would have been good to have that, don't pee uphill thing. I didn't know there was such a thing as uphill. But that was my way of peeing, and it was easier, I think. I'm still scared to squat and pee at the same time.
So that's how we peed in the woods. I hope it's helpful for anybody else who decides to go camping for a month and is doing the car camping thing and needs to be able to do it inconspicuously, or just do it, period.
Yeah, do it, period. I don't know, it needs to go camping for a month to know how to do this.
Yeah.
This would just come in handy if you're in between rest stops on the road and
Right. So some adventures though, I did end up using the PStyle several times. Like when we were in Vegas and there was no woods to be had, and we were car camping, I had to use a PStyle. However, Vanessa did not end up squatting in the woods.
I chickened out. And I didn't use that shovel that I got for taking care of number 2 either.
We never really had to.
Yeah.
We were always able to
Stay close to
stay
civilization.
close to something that we didn't have to use a shovel. So,
But the PStyle, that was a win for me. I'm gonna keep that in the car forever. Because you never know as a lady.
right. Like sometimes you just have to go. I remember growing up in Wyoming when you were between a long stretch of towns and there wasn't anything around. We would just pull over and you would go on the side of the road. So as an adult, a PStyle, super helpful with that stuff.
More stealth, I think.
Definitely more stealth. All right, hope that's helpful. We're girls on the go. Continue to join us on our journey.